Hello everyone, and welcome to the summer exhibit here at the Mountain Heritage Center. So this exhibit is going to go over coverlets and more importantly its revival in the 1890s. So during the 1890s, missionaries and social workers such as Francis Goodrich came down and organized and supported local weavers. And honestly, this sparked a movement of just the importance of American crafts in general. And this movement later became known as the Appalachian Handicraft Revival. And through the exhibit, you'll learn a little bit more about the history of coverlets, their creation, and you'll also get to see some equipment used in the creation of these coverlets. And then we also advise or suggest that you take a look at the important term sheet before you start walking through, just so you can have a better understanding of the exhibit. We have entered into the loom portion of the exhibit. So what the loom enables the user to do is sit and use the shuttle and the foot pedals. And what you use the shuttle for is to carry the weft thread back and forth across the warp. And then once you finish doing that, you use this tool right here, which is called the beater, and kind of beat that line down to kind of tighten it, and then it creates one of these panels, and then these panels are later sewn together to create a coverlet in the end. Okay, so we have entered into the Francis Goodrich portion of the exhibit. So she was very important in the revival of this important industry. She came down here from New York State in the 1890s as a missionary, and she actually discovered an old coverlet, and this drew her attention to this craft, and she organized and supported local weavers, and this eventually grew into the Allen Cottage Industries. And this enterprise was very important to this region because of all the cash that it brought in and just all the importance to crafting in general. And this actually caused dozens of craft schools and co-ops to pop up throughout the Appalachians for the next 30 years. So now we have entered the touch table portion of the exhibit. So at the previous parts of the exhibit, you've gone and learned a little bit more about the history of the coverlets and also kind of the process of like the tools and stuff used to make them. But at this portion, you actually get to feel the different aspects of like the materials used. So you get to feel what wool actually feels like, and you actually get to know what the term soft as cotton means by feeling actual cotton. And then there's other materials on the touch table as well, and everything here you can touch, so feel free to do so. So now we have entered into the equipment portion of the exhibit. So this right here is a clock reel, but it is also referred to as a click reel because it makes a clicking noise to indicate the length of the yarn. And then if we move over here to the second part of the equipment portion, we have a spinning wheel, and spinning wheels have been around since the Middle Ages, but basically what it allows the user to do is produce higher quality yarn at a much faster pace. And then the last portion of the exhibit is going to be right here, and it is the flax reel. So at the previous portion of the exhibit with the touch table, you actually get to see and feel flax, and you get to realize how hard it is. So you use the flax break to kind of break open that tough exterior, and then that helps kind of quicken the pace of making linen by getting to the soft insides faster.